Believe it or not, June 14th is Augusta's birthday. That was the date on a letter sent in 1736 by Georgia's founder, General James Oglethorpe, ordering that the city be laid out on the biggest, driest, flattest plot of land on the Savannah River. Over the years, a variety of historic associations tried to get our town into the habit of celebrating each June 14th, tying it in with Flag Day and the birthday of the U.S. Army, but it never seemed to catch on. Maybe it just wasn't all that dramatic. We know that in 1739, General Oglethorpe himself dropped by to see what the town he'd created looked like. Oglethorpe came to town not by river, but by the old Creek Indian Trail, what we today know as Wrightsboro Road. He was greeted by a musket salute, and the general was generally pleased. One of Oglethorpe's party described Augusta as a town inhabited chiefly by Indian storekeepers and traders, well situated in a pleasant, healthy part of the country. Oglethorpe probably could have left more of an impact on his new metropolis, but he stayed only 10 days before hurrying home when he heard Britain was at war with Spain. He left our town with a growth plan, but Augusta's civic leaders, being Augusta's civic leaders, decided not to follow it. For one thing, he wanted the city to grow by adding squares, like Savannah. Augustans appear to have thought such open parks a waste of prime real estate and filled them in with buildings. Also, instead of growing to the south toward what was then a swamp, Augusta construction went west down Broad Street for a financial reason. The merchants kept leapfrogging each other toward the Creek and Cherokee Indian trails west of town, wanting to be the first store that traders came upon when they arrived from the west with fresh furs. Though we didn't follow Oglethorpe's plan, in 1935 we decided to make it up to him in an elaborate, week-long bicentennial extravaganza. It was, by all accounts, an elaborate affair with pageants, parades, dances, and contests. There was even an official poem. Central to the event was a recreation of Oglethorpe's arrival 2 centuries before. In this dramatic version, he was greeted by Indians as his boat came up the Savannah River. He then haggled with them over possession of the land before claiming this spot. Think of it as Columbus discovers America combined with the purchase of Manhattan from Indians. Everyone who remembers the event enjoyed it, but as Augusta's celebrated historian, the late Ed Cashin, liked to point out, we celebrated the 200th anniversary the wrong year. The correct bicentennial should have waited until 1936. But I think there is a reason. If you check out Major League Baseball this season, you'll find the Atlanta Braves are celebrating their 50th year in Atlanta. They arrived here in Georgia in 1966, so most would think they'd wait until next year. But marketing people are always looking for an angle. That's what I think happened in 1935. The city celebrated its 200th year. That allowed them to combine it with the 100th year of the Georgia Railroad Bank and the 150th year of the Augusta Chronicle, all major partners in the bicentennial celebration. Dr. Cashin might not have been very good at marketing, but he was awful good at history.